everybody, it's Dr. John, and it's time for another edition of A Better You in a Minute or Two. Today's episode is entitled, Slow Down and Cheer Up. Now, what do I mean by that? I'll get to it in just a second. But before I do, I have a question for you. Have you ever decided to take on a project or do an experiment or go someplace and you had one result in mind, and then along the way something completely different happened? You got a result that was so surprising, maybe it even changed the way you think about yourself and your life? Well, that's what today's episode is all about. You see, not too long ago, we had a fire in one of our Southern California refineries, and that happened to coincide with the rollout of what they call the summer blend of gasoline. Now, briefly, the summer blend is a special blend of gasoline that helps keep the air out here more clean, and of course it's more expensive. So that, in confluence with the fire, created a very significant rise in the price of gas, which ticked me and millions of my fellow Californians off because we already pay more than anybody else in the country. Nonetheless, it ticked me off enough that I decided I was going to do an experiment. I decided to fill my tank to the very brim, and then for one entire tank of gas, I was going to drive the speed limit wherever I went, whether it was on the freeway or in the city. I was going to drive the speed limit or slower. Now, this is a bit of a challenge for me because, quite frankly, I admit it, I like to drive fast. But I decided to do it. I wanted to see if I could actually get the mileage that was on the sticker of the car when I bought it. So off I went on my experiment. Now, for the first 2 or 3 days, this was torture because, as I said, I like to drive fast. It's kind of like when you go to Hawaii and you get off the airplane and you get your rental car and all the natives are on island time. They're driving slow. They drive the speed limit and you're still on America time. You want to get where you're going. What's the matter with these people? And then over the course of 2 or 3 or 4 days, you start to kind of switch your sensibilities, and pretty soon you're on island time with them and you're going right along with them and everything is cool. The same thing happened here, except I was the only one on island time. Everybody else is still zooming around. So I got beeped at, which I hate more than ever before, but I decided to stick to my guns. And lo and behold, after about 5 days, I suddenly started realizing that I was feeling much different than I usually feel. You see, in order to drive slower, I had to slow my entire life down. I had to get up a little earlier to do my workout and my meditation and have breakfast. I had to leave earlier for the office, and everything just kind of slowed down. The result of that, I don't remember what the mileage was, quite frankly, but the result of that was I felt less stressed, I felt more cheerful, I actually felt happier in my day-to-day existence. What a great surprise. And that's my challenge to you. Fill up your tank and drive the speed limit for one tank of gas. You'll have to make accommodations, you'll have to make adjustments, and I can almost guarantee that if you stick to your guns, it'll take some patience, especially if you're like me and you like to drive fast. You're going to feel happier, more cheerful, and less stressed. So, slow down and cheer up. Until next time, remember, it's all about a better you.